Collective. So let's do an all signs reading. Let me adjust this a bit. Alright. Now we can see each other. Also, I wanted to kind of promote something. It's kind of a natural, like, cure-all type of thing that I've recently discovered. I should have discovered it sooner, honestly. But Sangre de Grado. It literally even helps with, like, cancer and hair growth and, like, all kinds of shit. Eczema. I was doing some research on it and I was like, I'm gonna be adding this to my witchcraft. Like, this is something people need. So, yeah, just throwing that out there. If you guys are making salves, shampoos, conditioners, just taking it as a daily supplement, that shit will be amazing for you. Anyway, back on, and I'm not, like, sponsored by anybody. I just literally like the product. And I know that I've got a lot of mystics out here watching my videos. So, you know, for those of you who do your witchcrafts, you know, there's a little sneak peek. And Sangre de Grado means dragon's blood. So, if that helps. Anyway, let's see what the current energy is for the collective. See what's going on in everybody's life. I know the moon was in Virgo last night. I think that it's going into Libra either tonight or tomorrow. I should have looked at it before I did this video. But let's see what that transition from, like, earth to air energy is going to reflect in your life. And having the sun and the moon both in Libra is going to create, like, this, like, balanced energy. Double mission. Light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So you have something to offer the world, right? This tells me right off the bat that you're a creator of sorts, right? All light workers, all starseeds have this inherent need to, like, create or do something to spread the light, right? To grow the seed, if you will. So, let's see what this means for your life. Well, dang. They're all just falling down. Let me readjust this. Okay, so move my pendulum board. Alright, so I feel like I'm looking at your recent past and your future. I'm kind of finding the present in betwixt this. We have Knight of Swords in reverse, Ten of Swords, and Ten of Cups in reverse. Alright, so let's start there with the first line. Knight of Swords in reverse tells me, like, with the Ten of Swords, it's kind of like in the recent past, I see this energy of, like, dropping a pursuit, right? Knight of Swords is a pursuit, like taking action towards something. But I feel like this pursuit in the past led to this feeling defeated or like emotionally drained out, right? Like it's this depleted energy, right? Defeated and depleted. I mean, if you look, it's like a guy who's kind of like, you know, at his wit's end with the situation. He's like got all these swords in his back, you know, he's just lying there dead. So there's this energy of feeling absolutely just defeated in a situation. With the Ten of Cups in reverse, it's almost like reaching reaching like a sense of contentment or like happiness or whatever just felt out of your reach. Um, it's kind of this energy that like um, it could have been like pursuing a job thing that you felt, you know, like it was a dead end and you know, but like it could have been a relationship also. Um, Knight of Swords is like a pursuit and communication. Um, and then we have 1010, endings and new beginnings. Um, on this line, I'm seeing quite a different energy here. And that's why I feel this like differentiation in time. Because with the star, it, you know, Aquarius energy, it's like, despite feeling this defeated energy, there's this energy of like keeping the hope, right? Continuing the light work. If you notice, this is a woman pouring out a vase of water onto the earth, right? This represents the humanitarian nature of the Aquarius. Um, where literally what they do is like pour out their love onto the world, right? That's why a lot of people think Aquarians are cold hearted, you know, because oftentimes like they get so global about their love and where they're investing it that personal relationships have a tendency to falter unless, you know, the Aquarius learns how to balance that shit out. The star card, and the star is somebody who's in the spotlight, right? Somebody who is a light worker, right? Somebody who gets recognition for this. Um, with the Page of Wands, this is a communication coming through or an offer coming through, right? I always like how the Page of Wands looks. He's dressed like a pimp, right? Like an absolute pimp. So this is somebody who I'm viewing as coming in like this attractive energy. And when I say attractive energy, I'm not just talking about physical attributes. I'm talking about this is the energy of somebody who attracts what they want in life, right? A solid manifester. When you have an attractive energy, um, this brings in the energy of money. This brings in the energy of collaboration. This brings in the energy of like people just wanting to work with you on shit, right? And it's really dope. The moon in reverse, there's something here that you don't know in regards to this. So let's dive into that. The moon being Pisces energy. Also, the opposite of the moon is the sun, but that's not the energy I'm feeling. I'm feeling like there's just something that you don't know yet, or something that hasn't come to light. So let's talk about that. Transparency is dope, right? So this is in regards to a divine masculine. With the King of Wands showing up, right? This is somebody who speaks their truth, right? So I feel like with this Page of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Moon in reverse, this is a communication that you didn't see coming, right? With the Moon being in reverse, that's something you don't see or you were unaware of. I feel like something kind of smacks you out of nowhere, whether this is in your near future or has already occurred. that's subjective. But with the King of Wands, he's looking over here at this star card, right? Like, I see this energy of, like, noticing your attractive energy or noticing, what you do. A lot more than I think you realize. The King of Wands is, somebody who not only shows up in their truth, but has, like, an emotional maturity about them. Um, the King of Wands is one of the most envied kings in the deck, next to the King of Pentacles, which also showed up, right? So this is telling me that this is a very abundant person, whether you're aware of that or not. I don't feel like you are. Because it's kind of like this is something that probably hasn't come up, honestly. But with the King of Pentacles, like, it looks like somebody who's very abundant, somebody who's very, like, solidified in their independence. Um, it's kind of communicating with you or, like, making an offer towards you. Um, it's this is like a full package. Okay, this is somebody who's not only attractive and emotionally mature and respectful, honorable, right, being the King of Wands, but also they know how to handle business, right? This could be somebody who actually is like a business owner or like has, different entrepreneurial pursuits. This is somebody who has a few different streams of revenue. um I'm a hustler, baby. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like, you might not be aware that this person that's being drawn to your energy right now, that wants to communicate with you, or is communicating with you, is a lot more well off than you probably realize. Um, so, let's see. So, right off the bat, I'm seeing Three of Cups, a cause for celebration. Something that brings a lot of joy and, camaraderie. But yeah, also Three of Cups can represent like drinking with friends, because I see them all sitting there with their cups up. But I do see this energy of like celebratory, like feeling just overall really fucking good about a situation. With the Two of Swords in reverse, this is somebody who's letting their guard down, or like bringing down their defenses. With the Two of Swords in the upright, right? That's a very defensive energy. It's like somebody really guarding their heart, like literally, like guarding their heart. And with that being in reverse, for one, it's very decisive energy, right? And for two, it's this energy of like letting the guard down, letting yourself be at peace, letting yourself kind of fall into a connection here. With the Five of Cups in reverse, if there's any fear of disappointment, I feel like you shouldn't worry, right? Five of Cups is in reverse. This is somebody who doesn't want to drain out your cups, right? This is somebody who doesn't want to leave you high and dry or like depleted. This is somebody who wants to add to your cups rather than pour from your cups, or, drain them out, really, because, I mean, this guy in Five of Cups is, like, looking at all these cups just, like, poured out. And this is the energy of, like, somebody really wants to be here to add value to your life. And whether value... I don't like using that term in terms of money, even if they are, like, financially pretty well off. I think that adding value to your life is adding like love and respect and admiration and support. You know, there's a lot more abundance in those things. Um, it's just really sincere energy. I don't see any malintent here. This is somebody who's like actually just kind of showing up and is like, you know what, you're pretty fucking dope, actually. you know, so I think that's pretty cool. Um, and also understanding the divine masculine, I feel like would be important for you right now. Because I feel like I talk a lot about the divine feminine, about that creative force, the artist, the one that's very spiritually inclined, the one, and we're all on like a spectrum of like feminine and masculine. We all land somewhere on that. It's this person is definitely in their masculine, right? Definitely masculine leaning, at least, whether they're male or female. This is a very business oriented person, somebody who gets shit done, somebody who takes action, right? I'm definitely seeing that in this energy. It's kind of this energy of like, well, if I want something, I'll never know if I could have it if I don't pursue it. So there's that energy. And also, this is somebody who does well by themselves, right? So if they want to bring you into their life, that means that they see you as being more valuable than their solitude, which for a masculine, one that's very balanced, like their solitude can be dope, right? It can be great. So you'd have to be extra great to be worth pursuing at that point, right? Because people who are good at being alone, they're they make the best partners, for one, because they know how to be alone, right? They're not going to be like subject to temptation, and they're like, what is temptation? I've got shit to do. And I just feel this very authentic energy coming from this. The divine masculine, like if I were to put it in terms, because I'm a teacher, so if I were to put it in terms of like categories, right? And like school categories. This is what I know. Okay, let me go with what I know. Like the divine feminine would be art, literature, music, those kinds of things, right? Whereas the masculine would be math, science, history, those kinds of things. Um, and they have this kind of complementary like energy between the two, where like the divine feminine creates and then the divine masculine distributes kind of energy, and it's like, I mean, it can flow in any direction, right? And who's to say the masculine isn't a creator himself? Because being an entrepreneur, you have to also have that creative divine feminine energy within you as well. So like there's definitely a balance in the feminine and masculines within each of us. And this person, it looks like they're definitely coming from like this honest place inside themselves, right? Um, also with the divine masculine, they can be very goal oriented. I don't even like using that term. I mean it's true, but like what's a better term? They can be very like when, how do I put this? It's kind of like when a cat. No, that's not a good analogy. Okay, so like I feel like we all understand. It's when a divine masculine kind of sets its sights on something or her sights on something, um, it's kind of like that kind of becomes the main focus, right? Like they're not the kind of energy that like strays off and tries to like pursue others, I guess, like in regards to a relationship, right? because it takes a lot for a balanced divine masculine, for one, to even get in the energy of wanting to pursue a connection. So when they do, it's like the value of that person is a lot, and they see that, and they pursue based on that, not based on superficial matters. Alright, so we got the World card. The World card can talk about closing out cycles. This could also talk about travel. But how I'm really viewing this World card is that things are definitely changing in your life, right? And this kind of change... Man, I am so bad with words the last couple of days. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, go find them. Find the words. Okay, but like, yeah, with this kind of like change, it's like, it can be life altering, right? It could be something very fucking different from what you've experienced in the past, right? This is somebody not coming from like a childish mindset. This is somebody who's like definitely, you know, they're doing good in life. So, you know, I feel like they're gonna kind of turn your life upside down, but not in a negative way, right? I think it's gonna be kind of an exciting new path and kind of experiencing something that you never thought was possible. Right? And it doesn't help when everybody we see in the world, like, is so materialistic or lust driven, right? Because, you know, and I feel like you're about to enter into a season with somebody that is not like that. Right? So with the Page of Swords and the Six of Wands in reverse, okay, so this is kind of like a little warning, right? Because this masculine is coming in this very attractive energy. It's kind of like other people kind of wanted to be chosen by this person, right? Like, it looks like they weren't lacking options. Okay, let's be real. With the Page of Swords, this is gonna cause like jealousy, or like people might get jealous of your connection with this masculine. Like I said, whether they're male or female. But yeah, people will be jealous, and people people will hate on you for this, right? Because it's kind of like, I feel like this is, I don't know, it's like they want that attention, they want that connection. People have tried to pursue this person and they've cut it off, you know, and so I feel that it might instill like this energy of envy in other people, which is fine. Haters gonna hate, right? But also, I think that shows a lot about this masculine, that like it's not all about that external bullshit, and when they find a real connection, that's something that they pursue. They're not like driven by the same things that drive other people, right? They have what they need. They don't need to seek any kind of codependency with you. If they enjoy your company, they simply enjoy your company, and they want more of that in their life. It's not this, I need this person to survive energy. And this is somebody who learned how to survive on their own. King of Pentacles is a king of solitude, you know, the king of being able to handle shit by themselves. And I think, honestly, it's nice, you know, like that's kind of the energy you want somebody to be in, somebody who wants you rather than feels this need, you know. Um, Alright, so what else does Spirit want you to know? Funny, the last like few days or week, I've been really feeling this, like I'm continuing the same reading from days. So, I mean, if you need to backtrack on some of these readings, by all means. And then the Queen of Wands steps up, right? We got King and Queen of Wands. We have Page of Wands and Knight of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely a communication coming through. Y'all are communicating with one another, right? I'm seeing it going both ways, right? Look, going in both directions. And they both look like pimps, okay? All this wands, too. There's a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of drive, a lot of creativity, a lot of inspiration betwixt the two of you. King and Queen of Wands are divine counterparts. So this could be your divine counterpart, right? Like twin flame shit. And I definitely, I mean, I see that you guys are kind of focused on one another, right? Both, like, I mean, I feel like this masculine is like, what the hell? You know? It's kind of this, like, very, like, they know what they want, right? Both having wands, both being in the wands energy means that both are being very open and honest, right? This goes back to the Two of Swords in reverse, this, like, being open, letting the guard down, and allowing themselves to be vulnerable, right? So I do see both of you kind of in this energy of allowing yourself to be vulnerable in this connection. I think it's cute as fuck. I'm gonna be real. Then we have the Emperor showing up, right? Hella, if you needed any more divine masculine energy on the board, here you go. It's prominent. This, I feel like you are very focused on them as well. The Emperor, you know, I mean, the Emperor is the King of Kings. The Emperor is showing up, you know, like, with all the resources, with, you know, this business mindset. Let's go back to that. This is somebody who probably has their own business or is in like a management position in their job. This is somebody who is a business person. Right? So, also I feel like when there is like this humanitarian energy, there is no room for like jealousy in this connection. I feel like there's too much like openness, too much honesty, too much, you know, both directions. It's like free flow of like this, you know, I feel like there's transparency. That's what I'm trying to say. There's transparency in this connection. And also there's like this understanding of like the fact that you're both here to achieve something or to accomplish something, both together and independently. It's very creative energy, and I feel like y'all are combining forces at this time. And I feel also that you bring out something in this masculine, right? You're bringing out all these great attributes of the masculine, for one, and for two, it's like this connection almost like, I feel like it fuels their masculinity a little bit, or like, I hate saying masculinity because I feel like we get the idea that it's like a dude, but it's really the difference between the left and right side of the brain, right? The creator and the scientist, you know. But, it's like it awakens more of this energy within them, right? And it's like they just want to start acting accordingly, right? In regards to this connection, in regards to how they feel, it's like honoring their feelings and respecting both your position and theirs, right? And if you're the masculine and they're the feminine, you know, put the energy where it belongs. I'm reading it how I'm seeing it. So, what else does Spirit want you to know? I'm gonna try one more time. Eight of Pentacles, this is a workaholic you're dealing with. Okay, like I said, I kind of brushed into that a little bit, but I think like with this card coming out, it's like, all right, you need to know you're dealing with workaholic. You're dealing with somebody who works very hard at building their themselves, right? At building their own little empire here, right? And I feel like there's a lot to be admired in that kind of work ethic. Also, they might struggle with balancing work and life. So, I feel like you kind of help bring that balance though as a divine feminine. You kind of like help them come back to life a little bit and be like, hey, maybe I should experience what humans experience in this life versus just being a workaholic until I die. We have temperance, right? This is all about things happening in divine timing, right? And this also talks about somebody who has a really good temperament, right? Also, this is divinely guided, right? That's Michael the Archangel sitting there filling the cups and kind of divinely guiding this union. Um, and I think that's really cool with the symbol of the sun in his on his forehead here. I don't know if you can see it, but whatever, I see it. With the symbol of the sun on his forehead here, I feel this like the crown chakras being open, right? So there's definitely a receptivity between like divine and person here. Um, I feel like, and if you notice, haha, that's funny, that angel is stepping in the same waters that the Aquarius or the star, sorry, I say the Aquarius because it's the Aquarius symbol. It doesn't necessarily have to be an Aquarius. That the lady of the lake is pouring onto the earth, right? It's like stepping into the same waters. And it's kind of like, let me fill that cup for you so that you can keep doing that, right? I really like that energy because I feel that there's a lot of balance coming in. We have the death card in reverse. The death card in reverse is the rebirth, right? A resurrection within this life. Like, this is starting something completely new, something completely unexpected, something completely different from anything you've experienced, right? And I feel like that's part of the exciting factor of it. Ten of Pentacles, right? This is kind of dope. This is this feeling of everything's gonna be all right. It's kind of like showing like, you know, these people, they're out in their community and there's just abundance all around them. There's, you know, like dogs and kids and an old dude over here, you know, like all their community. They're like their little tribe. And it's just feeling this like abundance. And this dude and this chick, they're like in the wherever the fuck they are, and they're in the marketplace. I don't know, whatever. But they're, you know, you can tell they're giving each other googly eyes, and they're just like flirting over here and kind of just embracing this energy. Ten of Pentacles is like kind of having it all. It's kind of like, and going from that Ten of Swords to Ten of Pentacles, right? Where in the past, with, you know, past connections, you may have felt betrayed. You may have felt defeated. You may have felt like, you know, something didn't work out. And now I feel like you're realizing why those things didn't work out in the past. Because something better was coming, right? And all you had to do was, like, be patient. And kind of, you know, because the thing is we can't escape our fate. pun intended if you listen to Escape the Fate, but like, even Ronnie Radke said, I'm learning that sometimes, oh wait, how does he say it? I'm learning that my fate is something I can't escape. When he left Escape the Fate and joined Falling in Reverse. Um, but yeah, and I'm paraphrasing, so I probably got that lyric wrong, but I'm pretty sure I have it right. I'm learning that my fate is something I can't escape. Whatever. But yeah, and I think that's kind of what you're learning here, where you probably thought like things weren't working out because something didn't work out in the past. You're learning like, oh shit, this is why it didn't work. Um, so let's see what the Kali deck has to say. Vishvamata. Although you may be in circumstances that you would prefer not to be in at this time, you are actually in a position of unrealized spiritual power. You will gain benefit from what is transpiring. When the relevant learning and personal growth have been acknowledged and integrated, these circumstances will give way to a more favorable situation. So you might be further into this past energy than I realized. You might kind of be in that, like, and also, this can talk about your conditions, like getting from point A to point B. But let's continue. Kali Yantra. You have more power to evoke a positive shift in your circumstances than you realize. If anything required for success is lacking, the Divine Mother shall provide it. You are crossing a crucial spiritual threshold. Stay focused, let distractions fall away, and continue to commit yourself to what matters most to your heart. A more beautiful experience awaits you. Yeah, so I feel like you're really transitioning from that defeated energy into this energy, into, you know, coming full circle with this connection. Because, I mean, we did start with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So that's the energy of, like, not knowing, not taking action. Or, you know, so I feel like going from that to the Page and Knight of Wands, you know, it's like you're in the transition betwixt. Artha of Kali. You're forging your authentic path. In support of that, you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all beings. To live a spiritually and creatively self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Remember that the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. Dharma of Kali. Your most abundant successes manifest when you are aligned with your integrity. You do not need to put your faith in pathways or projects that don't resonate with your deeper spiritual knowing. Everything that is happening in your life is part of how your prayers are being answered. A new order is to be established, and you are being led into it. So, wherever you're at in this journey, because I do see it's a whole fucking journey, be patient, you know, with the way that things unfold for you. Because I feel like, you know, if there are any blockages or anything like kind of holding you up on the path, or you feel like something can't transpire a certain way for whatever reason, I feel like that feeling is kind of coming to an end, you know, that feeling of not knowing how to progress or move forward. I feel like windows and doors of opportunity are opening up for you, and if doors of opportunity are opening up, go through with them. Take that opportunity and see where it leads you. But yeah, this is pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will catch you later.